Hi guys, Larissa here, and I am here today for the Crafts Meow. Anything goes, but we have to share a technique. So today I thought it would be fun to play around with some of the chalkboard techniques, and I wanted to share with you a fun and new, I don't know if it's an idea I really came up with. I haven't seen it anywhere out there, but I thought it would be fun to incorporate glitter with the chalkboard theme. So I went ahead and pulled out the new Tim Holtz Distress glitters. Love these. I love glitter in general, but these are so beautiful. So if you're not really a glitter person, these are really nice because they're more of a subdued glitter. Hopefully you can see. It's not really in your face type of glitter. It's more of a relaxed, soothing glitter. So anyway, this is the card I'm going to share with you guys how to make, and we're going to do the fun chalkboard technique that I'm sure a lot of you, the normal chalkboard technique is to stamp with white and then go over it to make kind of a shadow. So I was playing around and I thought it would be fun to do the normal chalkboard. If you can tell, I stamped with the white first and then I went over it and did the glitter instead of like a smudged chalkboard image. So I'm going to share with you how to do this, and then this was the card that I shared for the blog hop as well, and I played around with the normal chalkboard idea over here on the edge, and then I paper pieced this cute little scarecrow and the little leaves from the Happy Fall stamp set, and you can tell mine's got a lot of love. I love these images, and I played around with some denim canvas corp and paper pieced my cute little scarecrow all together. So anyway, I had a ton of fun making this little guy, and let's get started with our technique. For my card, my first card, I used the new Distress watercolor cardstock by Tim Holtz, and this stuff is awesome. It has a rough side or it has a smooth side. Hopefully you can see that. And I thought it would be fun to use the rough side, being most chalkboards are kind of textured. And I went ahead and covered it completely with the Distressing Black Soot. And then I rubbed over it with my EK Success powder tool. And that kind of gave it the whitewashed look to the black. And then I went ahead and sprinkled it with some water just to make it look a little more distressed. I don't know if you can see some of the little water marks on there, but I love the way that that looks. For this card, though, I just want to stamp on some regular cardstock so you can see the difference between the two papers. That way you can get an idea what you think you might want to try stamping on. So first what I do is just open up the end of my tool. This just, if you've never used one of these, it just twists off, and you can buy refill powder for your tool. And then I'm just going to come in here and move this all around with the brush end of the tool. And if you can see, it kind of looks like chalkboard residue. So I'm just going to move this all around onto my paper and work it in so that I have a really messy chalkboard background. And this is also going to help when I add the white embossing powder so that nothing sticks where I don't want it, and that way I don't have little white speckles of embossing powder all over the place. Then we're going to take our images, and I've used the 3 leaf images from the Happy Fall stamp set. I'm just going to pull a couple of these off here. And then I'm going to take my Versamark ink, and I'm just going to ink the leaf images up and come in here and stamp on my paper where I want these to be. And then I'm going to do the same with this other leaf image. And I love that you can take even little images like this and turn it into something fabulous for a background or a main card. Sometimes the little images on our stamp sets don't get used as often, and I think it's fun to do things like this with them so that they get used and put in the spotlight a little more. Because for my first card, I just used them as an embellishment, and for my second card, I used them as the main focal point. So then you're just going to add some white embossing powder, and as you can tell, all of that embossing powder came right off because I used that powder. So I don't have anything extra laying around, and that just makes it so much easier. I like the Hero Arts white embossing powder the best. I think it gives a full coverage, and especially for the chalkboard technique. And then we're just going to heat this up really fast, and hopefully you can tell it doesn't take long either for this powder to turn. That's another thing I like about it. I love it. Alright, and once that heated up, this is what you get. The nice white detail. Next, what we're going to do is take the exact same leaf images, and I want to make sure that these have cooled. And we're just going to stamp right over the top, offsetting the images that we already stamped with Versamark again. So we're going to line this up, just offsetting it a little bit. And we're going to use a really cool product by Judikins called Sticky Embossing Powder. And I love this stuff. You can use it for so many applications. I've been playing around with it a lot, and I thought it would be fun to try on some thicker glitter rather than just really thin glitter. Alright, so once we've got that, you can see hopefully that I've offset that just a little bit. And we're going to come back in with this Judikins powder, and we're just going to coat our images using this Judikin powder. And I got this at Simon Says Stamp. I can leave a link for it just in case you've never heard of it before. I know a lot of different artists use it, but this is what it's called, Judikins Embossing Powder Sticky Stuff. And it comes in a littler container or a larger container, but I figured I'd use it. And then you're going to heat it up, and you just want to heat it until it turns. You don't want to heat it very long. And then you're going to come back in with your glitter, and you're just going to add that right over the top of the image. And I am going to use spiced marmalade and some olive glitter. And you just add that right over the top. And then I'm going to flick it off. And I'll add the green to these two. And look how fun that is! So you have an outline, just offset a little bit from the original image. And once you get that done, you're going to come back in. I'm going to flip that just a little bit more. You're going to come back in with your heat tool, and you're going to heat this up just a second just to set that glitter so that it doesn't come off. And you'll want to play around with the sticky stuff just a little bit so that you know how hot to get it before it won't turn sticky. But isn't that so fun? I love it. And there's so many things that you could do with this. Like I did here, I coated all the different leaves with the different colors. I think I used 4 different colors: mustard seed, Concord grape, the pumice stone, and then vintage photo and olive green. And I love the way that it turned out. So anyway, I hope I've shared with you a fun new technique, and I hope you'll give it a try. If you do, I would love it if you would post a link in the comments below, because I would love to come and check out what you've created. So I hope you have a blast on the blog hop today and learn a ton of new techniques from all the girls during the Crafts Meow blog hop. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a fabulous, fabulous day.